How you going? My name's Scott. I got a 83 TA63 Celica GTTR. I'm restoring some Ma61 wheels and I'm polishing them, so I thought I'd take you through the steps to show you what I did. So here I'm working on a Ma61 wheel and what I started out with was I paint stripped them so there was nothing left. It took me about 4 hits with the paint strip. Have a look on the back. It's all clean. This is from a previous restoration. Start off with 80 grit wet and dry on the back. It scratches it up a bit, but it doesn't matter on the back. Yeah, so you can see how thick that is. It's very, very coarse. Do that for the back. And you should take these off. I haven't taken that one off. But from there, I've wet and dried the front machine surface, and because these have been previously restored, I started with an 800 grit wet and dry. Now this is pretty light on, it's not very coarse at all, but you will see the scratches show up on the surface lip. So this is from Australia, so I can only find 800. From the 800 I did all 4 wheels. Takes about 2 to 3 hours per wheel for each step. Went to the 1500, again, very soft. Then onto the 2000, and again, it's you should see the shine happen around the 2000. Something very important to think about when doing this is to wear these rubber gloves. After the first hit, I had blisters all over my hands, and I couldn't sand for another week or so. So these are from Bunnings, they're rubber gloves, especially in here. This is very beneficial. Make sure you get the rubber. Protect your hands. So after they were all clean, I started off with the polishing. So after the 2000 grit, I used some auto-sol metal polish. Comes in a metal container and it's got white goo. Now I put that on with just a regular t-shirt, applied it, and then I pushed it in really hard to get the shine, and then I polished it off with a cotton rag. I got this from Super Cheap, cotton polishing cloth. It's like $5. So after the first polish, I was ready for the Dremel. Now I didn't buy Dremel, I bought Ozito because it was cheaper, but this will do the trick. So I'm going to show you the steps I've been doing with this. Now these tips, I'll show you some information on the tips. Now I bought a pack from Super Cheap and it's got a whole bunch of stuff. It was kind of rubbish. Like I couldn't really use too much of it. I could use the metal disc to do the inside here a little bit, but it wasn't really cutting it. So yeah, paint strip is really the best for in there, and a little bit of elbow grease. So don't worry too much about the packs. Now, I bought these from eBay China, and these are a cotton tip and a fluffy tip. And, oops, 2 different types. Now, for polishing rims, you really need this one. This one is for fine tuning smaller objects, and it's fluffier cotton. It doesn't really polish how I want it to. So what I've been doing is applying, here's the polish. This is white Josco polish for metal polishes. This is from Bunnings, polishing compound. I've nearly finished the 4th wheel and that's how much I've used. So every little bit of while I'll go back and hit this, but with the tips, I'll do 1 tip for applying, and then I'll get another tip of the same type and I'll polish it off. And after that, you do another metal polish 1 or 2 times. So I'm just going to show you the method that I've been doing. Put my eyewear on. Now you want to go over the lip in case your tire that you're putting on sits back. You don't want to have a dirty lip. So you go all the way around. You got to be very careful because there's a little metal piece here that can damage the surface. So I generally go on the outside, then I do the flat top, then I do on this inside, and then I do the flat top again, and then I do the curve and in here. And I do a little bit up on each spoke to begin with, because it's hard to get in because of this metal piece. I'll just move him around a bit and I'll show you what I mean. Open. I set it on about 2, get a little bit of polish. When I come around here, you'll see. This is applying the polish. A little bit up on each spoke. Now if I take a clean one, it's under here. Now you got to disengage it. There we go. So that was my applicator. I'll get a fresh polishy one. Put it a little bit faster, maybe 3. It's going to fluff up a bit when I clean. I'll just do a little piece for you to show you what it looks like. Just on this lip here. Gotta hold it with 2 hands to be careful, make sure you don't hit it. Now just quickly, I'll give it a little bit of polish to show you what it looks like. I sort of damp it on and then I'll apply it with force. Get my cotton cloth, scrunch it a little bit up. It's going to keep going black, so you've got to keep moving. Now you can see how shiny that is. I'll put my finger there and you'll see the reflection. Now if you want to have a quick look over here at this one. This is one I completed last night. This has had a single hand polish after the Dremel, and there's a few imperfections actually you'll see, but they've polished out all right. And again, you know, my reflection's quite nice all over. So it does take a bit of time, but these aren't actually ready yet. I have to get rid of the polish, clean them, and then mask them, and then do a 3-step process for the paint. The first step is to adhere to this inside metal. The second step is a grey primer, and the third step I'll be doing a black. So there's still a fair bit to go, but yeah, getting there. Alright, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, just leave a message. You can get me on the 82 to 85 Celica Facebook group, Toy Mods, or just drop me a line here. Have fun.